Meredith and welcome to my channel. Today I have a little bit of a different haul. I'm actually doing a stock up haul for the rest of the month of March. So I went ahead and tried to get whatever we would need for the next like 3 weeks or so. So let's get into it. Let me start with the fridge or freezer stuff so I could get that put away, and then we'll get into the other stuff because I have like stuff. We'll get into the other stuff because there's stuff all over. So I spent about $225 at Walmart doing a Walmart pickup. And I tried to get stuff that would last for the next 3 weeks. So I didn't get like a ton of fresh produce, but I tried to stock up on some frozen produce and some canned items because they'll last longer. So I got about 4 soy milk. That should get me through the month. I have several still left in the fridge, so that should get me through the next 3 weeks. And 2 half and half for my husband's coffee. Same thing, that should get us about 3 weeks. And then I got 2 gallons of milk. We go through about a gallon a week. I'm sorry, a gallon every 2 weeks. So this will get us through the 15th, which is a little unfortunate that the dates weren't a little bit longer. But if we're not going to go through it, if I see we're not going to go through it, I'll probably go ahead and freeze some because you can freeze milk. If you're going to freeze it in the jug, you just you pour out like a cup. So we might do that. I also got some shelf-stable milk, and I'll show that when we get over to that part. I got 2 things of Danimals. My sons go through one of these each week, so this will be about 2 weeks, and then I have some yogurt sticks in the freezer, so we should be good for about 3 weeks with that. And then I got different cheese for snacking or recipes. I went through the rest of my meal plan, so I did do my meal plan at the beginning of the month, so I know what we're going to be having pretty much for the next 3 weeks. So I was able to go through and see what it was that we were going to need and stock up on it. So any cheese or anything I needed for a recipe, I went ahead and got. As well as the pepperoni is shelf stable, so I got that instead of salami, and I could put that in the kids' lunches like a homemade Lunchable. And then shredded cheese for recipes, apples for snacking. Any fresh fruit or produce that I got, I tried to get produce and fresh fruit that would last longer. So apples last longer, carrots. I got carrots and celery because those will last longer in the fridge. Onions last longer, so those were good things that I could get and stock up on. French fries for the freezer. Cream cheese I needed for a couple of recipes. I did have a recipe that calls for parsley next week, so I think this should be still good. I did get flat leaf, and they substituted curly parsley. There's actually a lot of substitutions this week, so they were running low on a lot of things, but we'll just make it work. But yeah, so I've never cooked with curly parsley, so we'll try that this week. And then salad. Salad is one of our favorite like go-to side dishes, so we'll probably use this in the next couple of days. Unfortunately, it doesn't last long, so anywhere in the menu that I had salad over the next couple of weeks, I'm probably going to have to substitute like a frozen vegetable for, or maybe like roasted carrots or something like that, if I don't get to the store to get fresh salad. So then I got some kielbasa for a recipe, and I got bacon for a recipe, and I got some more ground beef. I'm going to go ahead and brown up this ground beef, and then I will freeze it in about a pound and a half portions because I already have raw ground beef in the freezer. And if you saw my What's for Dinner video, I used up my last cooked ground beef. So I'll go ahead and brown that so that's ready to go. And then I tried to get as much frozen vegetables as possible that will fit in my freezer. That's my next thing. I got to try to get all this in the fridge and freezer. So yeah, I just got frozen peas, green beans. My kids love green beans and frozen broccoli, so I got a couple of those. I still have a few in the freezer as well. So, and then chopped spinach. I needed fresh spinach for a recipe, but I'm just going to sub with the frozen spinach. Peas and carrots are always a good side. And then I needed onions and peppers for chicken fajitas, so I went ahead and got the frozen ones. So, oh, and then I got another 18 eggs. I have about 2 dozen already in my fridge, but again, just so I have enough for the next several weeks. And then I got rolls for a sandwich recipe, and I will probably put these in the freezer. Bread freezes really well, so I will go ahead and put these in the freezer for when I need them. But I'll probably take them out and put them in a freezer bag because cardboard doesn't do so well in the freezer. But so that's it for the perishables. Let's get into the household items. Okay, and as for household items, I went ahead and got some baby wipes, dish soap, disinfectant spray, vitamins, which I didn't realize how small of a bottle of vitamins that is, but I'll probably have to get another bottle. And then children's cold medicine. I do like to keep like 1 or 2 of these in stock, like as backup. And then dishwashing gel. I go through 1 or 2 of these a month, so just wanted to make sure I had that on hand. And then it's not really household, but I usually store it over here. And it's just like a Walmart's brand of Nutella. The kids usually take a Nutella sandwich to school on Fridays as a little treat, so I went ahead and got that just to make sure I had that on hand. And then let's go check out the pantry stuff. And here is what I got for my pantry. And the bread will actually go in the freezer. Bread stores really well in the freezer, so I wanted to make sure I had about a month's worth of bread for the kids' sandwiches. And I needed hamburger and hot dog rolls for dinner. And then I did get some tortillas for I'm making chicken fajitas and tacos, and those you can freeze as well. So I made sure to have enough. So I wanted to get both canned, frozen items because, like, for example, the beans, while the dry beans are great and they're great to keep in your pantry to have as a backup, and I actually like using dry beans in recipes. I think it actually comes out a little bit better. Like if you're making soups or chili, it kind of thickens it up a little bit. But if you're ever in a situation where you don't have power and can't cook the beans, it is good to have some canned items on hand. So if you've ever been through a natural disaster, unfortunately we've been in the position where we kind of needed quick, easy canned items. So your canned beans, your canned vegetables, canned soups, tuna, peanut butter, those kind of things will stay good. You don't need, obviously, power for them. It's great to stock up. Like our fridge, freezer, pantry are all stocked up right now. But if your power goes out, that's not going to help you. So I did want to make sure that I had both canned and frozen items on hand. And it's a good thing, at any given time to have those kind of things stocked up. You don't want to leave yourself without anything. So I did go ahead and get the dry beans, and I did get rice because those are always good to have on hand, and I do like the dry beans better. I picked up a box of ramen because all you do need for that is hot water. So we don't usually eat that, but I did want to have something like that quick and easy. Tomato paste and canned vegetables. I got carrots, corn, peas, and I did need the green chilies for a recipe. I got canned tuna. I have 4 cans of canned tuna in the pantry, but between wanting to stock up my canned items and it being Lent, so we're eating more like canned tuna and stuff like that on Fridays, I figured go ahead and get 4 more. And then I did get some canned beans. We're almost out of barbecue sauce, so I picked that up. I did get pasta sauce for a quick and easy meal. These are also good to have on hand. You could always pair these with the tuna or peanut butter, and that could be a snack or dinner, or not dinner, lunch. I got chicken broth. I do have chicken broth in my freezer, but these are shelf stable, so I did want to get that. I got 4 penne pastas. Those are just for quick and easy meals. You do mac and cheese in the Instapot. And again, with Lent, it's nice to have some meat-free options. I got 3 peanut butters. We go through one every 1 to 2 weeks, just depending on how much. My middle son loves peanut butter, so depending on how much he's eating. So I just figured I'd get 3, and that will get us through the month. I got 2 jars of salsa. I'm completely out, so I got 1 for a recipe and 1 just to have a backup. I got ketchup just to have as a backup. Orzo is for a recipe. Be doing a recipe video next Monday, so keep an eye out for that. And I got some cream of chicken soup. I have a couple recipes that call for that, so I did get that. Then I got chips for a couple recipes. We like these with like chili or tacos, or sometimes a taco salad where just crunch some up on top. I got mac and cheese for either lunches. And then I did go ahead and get some more shelf-stable items. I got soy milk, and I had ordered 4 of the Parmalat milk, but they were out, so I only got 1, and they didn't have any substitutes, so we'll have to just make that do. And then my younger guy does go through, every 1 to 2 weeks, he'll go through one of the big apple juice, so that will probably last us more than the month, but just to make sure we have it, I went out and picked up 4 of them. Like I said, I did get the bread. We're going to stick those in the freezer, and this should last us through the month. We go through about a loaf and a half a week, so we should be good. And then we have another 1 or 2 in the freezer, so we're good on that. And then just some snacks for the kids' lunches. And that's about it. The only other thing I did get, let me show you, I did get my husband his Dr. Thunder. He loves these, so I wanted to make sure. Now this is one of the things that sometimes when I stock up, we go through it a little quicker. So I usually don't buy more than a week's worth, but considering I just didn't want to go to the store, or I didn't want to have to go to the store, I figured I'd get some more, and maybe they'll last, but if not, I mean, it's not something we need, so I did get those. And then lastly, I got 5 cases of bottled water. We don't usually, I shouldn't say we don't usually, we don't use a lot of bottled water. We would probably use 1 case for the month, but again, if you're ever in a natural disaster or anything like that, it's good to have bottled water on hand. You just never know. So I didn't want to go ahead and stock up on that just to make sure. And if we don't use it, all of this stuff, whatever we don't use, in this month, it's going to be good within the next, several months. The expire dates are good. So, just keeping your pantry stocked, using the first in, first out method, and going through it. We're going to go through it, so it's not going to go to waste. So that's it for today. I hope this helped with, what to get to stock up your pantry. Let me know in the comments below if you're stocking up. Bye.